Folks, if your hearts are still in your throats, that means we're all together. We all feel the same way. And it does me proud as one of the voices of the Northern Arizona Wranglers to tell you that your Northern Arizona Wranglers are Western Conference champions after their 52-51 victory over the Arizona Rattlers here in downtown Phoenix at Footprint Center. Folks, good evening. Ed Cole, James Poovey here back in Phoenix at Footprint Center after a phenomenal thriller of a comeback victory. This team was down 14 points in the third and at halftime. They were down 14 points in the third quarter. They found a way to rally back, gut this thing out, and take out the Rattlers in their own building to advance to the Dollar Loan Center IFL National Championship game on August 13th in Henderson, Nevada. James Poovey, does that sound good to you or what?
Let me tell you what, my friend, our hearts were in our throats for the majority of the second half. This Wranglers ball club came out here in the second half and had their way with these Arizona Rattlers, scoring at will. I'm so proud of this football team. They finished the job at hand, and now they are advancing to the IFL Dollar Loan Center National Championship game 2 weeks from tonight in Henderson, Nevada. We will be there, my friend.
Against the Quad City Steamrollers, the Eastern Conference champions. Folks, you're seeing the aftermath of this incredible victory, the biggest victory in this organization's young history, in their 2-year history. This is the biggest victory this organization has ever accomplished. You see the players celebrating on the field. This is a phenomenal effort. Trey Medlock's shaking hands with Coach Les Moss, the owner of the Northern Arizona Wranglers. I'm sure Mr. DePalma, Fred DePalma's out there, one of the co-owners of this football team. But James, this team was down. As we take a look here, that's a beautiful shot. They're holding the Western Conference Championship trophy. All the players are there.
Oh,
these players earned it. They fought their guts out for 60 minutes of football. They were down 14 points at halftime.
They were down. No mistake, Ed, the Rattlers gave the Wranglers all they could handle, but in the end, it was the persistence from this ball club to weather the storm, keep fighting, never say die. The crowd was in their ear all night long, and they just weren't having it.
No, you would see the fans, the Rattlers fans right up front where offensive coordinator Rod Windsor was. They were talking trash. They were saying all kind of things, whatever they would. But as we'll see Commissioner Todd Tryon presenting the championship trophy to the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Yeah, put that on camera, JP. That's Commissioner of the Indoor Football League, Todd Tryon. You see Uric Jones out there, Trey Meadows. There's Tevin Homer.
Is that
Michael
not a beautiful sight to behold?
That
right
is
there?
Beautiful. Gigi's out there. That is beautiful.
The Northern Arizona Wranglers, folks, your Indoor Football League Western Conference champions. Ed, let's say it again. Western Conference champions. They came in here and they slayed the dragon known as the Arizona Rattlers.
James, just a year ago, this team won one game in a season where they changed coaching staffs entirely. They had one player return from last season's roster. That was Brandon Fisher. This was an entirely different, brand new football team under head coach Les Moss's leadership, Rob Keefe's leadership, David Moran's leadership, Rod Windsor's leadership. And this team won their 14th game, the biggest game they've won in their franchise's history. They came in here, as you mentioned, and they vanquished the Arizona Rattlers in their own building, one of the hardest places to win in the Indoor Football League. But they took care of business. As you mentioned, James, they never wavered. They never were. When they were down 14, there was no worry. There was no fight. There was no quit. There was no feeling of, oh, woe is me. Feel sorry for us. We were down 14 points. Can you help us out? No. They helped themselves out because they believed in themselves. You saw Rob Keefe. Are we on camera? Yes, we are.
We are now.
Okay. Folks, I'm so excited. James and I are so hyped. Folks, congratulations, all Wranglers fans out there that are watching tonight. That victory, they did that for you.
Absolutely right.
They did that for us. We're broadcasters. We broadcast the games, but they did that for you. Wranglers Nation was in the house. They are in the house. We are so happy that we can bring this championship. We can bring this championship coverage to you. because this is for you. Congratulations.
Absolutely right. We'll be doing obviously the same thing from Henderson, Nevada, 2 weeks from tonight inside the Dollar Loan Center, Ed, where this whole thing began back on March the 18th. And folks, let me tell you what, Wranglers Nation showed up and showed out here tonight inside the Footprint Center.
They absolutely did, and they're all in full force. It's great to see all this red and blue out here. And for them, again, they came back from the odds were against them.
14 points down at halftime
in enemy
against
territory.
The six-time world champions.
Yes, in enemy territory. There was 10,260 people here. A great majority, probably 95% of that were Rattlers fans. And they leave upset because their team lost. And the Northern Arizona Wranglers are the Western Conference champions. Can we say it again? I love say it.
Western Conference champions,
yes.
Folks. They are going to play the Quad City Steamwheelers on Saturday, August the 13th for this title.
For the national championship.
Can you believe it?
It is unbelievable. We were there early in the season when we kicked the season off at the Dollar Loan Center when the Wranglers kicked it off against the Vegas Nighthawks. But little did we know, just a few short months later, we will be returning to the scene of the crime. This time, the championship is all up. The national championship is up there.
Conference champions. A 20-9 loss in that first game of the season back on March the 18th up there at the Dollar Loan Center. The inaugural event inside that building, Ed.
Can you flip over? Can you flip and show?
Yeah, they're showing. Let's get down there to the field here. We're going to give you a little bit of a shot right there.
Yeah, give a shot there. Folks, this is live broadcasting. This is what we do. Can you turn that any James?
See if we can give it a little bit better look there. We got Wranglers Nation down there.
As you do that, I'll just give you the highlights. In the second half, Ramad Jockey Bowman had 2 touchdown catches from Caleb Barker. Ulyss Gillard had a 13-yard touchdown run. Glenn Gibbons Jr. with one of the most spectacular catches you'll ever see in the corner of the end zone, a 12-yard touchdown pass where he extended his full body, gave it his all, and he caught that football, brought it down for the touchdown to put them up, to tie that actually at 51 all. And then Craig Peterson, the newest addition, and what a godsend he has been. Craig Peterson has come on, kicked the extra point, and it took some time, and it took a furious rally from the Arizona Rattlers. You know they weren't going to go quietly into the night. And James and I were up here. I'm sure, folks, you were watching the broadcast. Your heart's were in your throats just like ours is. I think mine is still there. It's going to take me a while to decompress this, JP. But this team, down 14 points. You're down 7-0 right off the bat. Caleb throws an interception to he throws an interception to I believe it was Kyrie Woods. He intercepted the ball. Drew Powell gets it up. They're down 7-0, and you're just like, okay, that's not the way you want to start this game off. But again, that's why you make your mistakes early, JP. You throw that interception, but Caleb came back and he played spectacular. He was phenomenal. He was sparkling after that. 6 touchdown passes, 164 yards, 3 to Jockey Bowman, 1 to Jeremy Neal, 1 to Gillard, 1 to Glenn Gibbons Jr., the game-winning touchdown catch, and they held off Drew Powell and the Arizona Rattlers. And I'm going to say it again. The Northern Arizona Wranglers are your Western Conference champions.
How about that? The presented trophy down there, courtesy of Commissioner Todd Tryon.
Can you turn that a little bit more?
You can see Trey Meadows down there receiving, taking some pictures with the trophy. We're going to go ahead and sign off here and get down there and enjoy a little bit of that celebration here inside the Footprint Center. So glad you tuned in here for the post-game show. And, folks, we are pleased to tell you we got one more game to go here in the season. The Dollar Loan Center IFL National Championship game will be taking place on Saturday, August the 13th, 2 weeks from tonight, inside the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Myself and Mr. Ed Cole will be there providing coverage of some sort. Rest assured, we don't know exactly what that'll be yet, but we will be there in full force, and we'll be celebrating as the Wranglers compete for the national championship.
And JP, let me give a shout out to Moneyball. Jeff Munn, he texted me. He says, all I got to say is, how about them Wranglers?
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Jeff. That is fantastic stuff right there. And, hey, how about them Wranglers?
How about them?
1 win last season, and we are headed to the ship this year, my friend.
Yes, down 14 again, folks. Down 14 points at the half. Okay, I'm not ready to go off yet, James.
All right. Hey.
I want to tell the people what happened in that third quarter. They're down 14 points. The Rattlers get the ball in the second half. You're thinking, okay, can they stop Drew Powell? Can they force a turnover like we talked about in the halftime show? That's exactly what they did. Marquise Bridges intercepts a pass from Drew Powell. Caleb Barker hits Ramad Jockey Bowman for a touchdown, tightens it up at 38-31. Then you feel that momentum. We talk about Uncle Mo shifting back on Northern Arizona side. It went back and forth after that. But that interception that they got, and also in the fourth quarter, that stop, the Rattlers didn't really help themselves at all with the penalties that kept backing them up. I just love to see that championship. Who's holding that? Jurgen's
That's
still holding the
Jurgen.
trophy.
Yep.
He's holding the trophy. He's not giving up that. But
You
that's
got to get out there and get a picture with that thing, man.
I know, but that stop that they got on that 3rd and long, they forced a missed field goal from Ernesto Lacayo, and that's when it really started to change. Then Ramai got another touchdown catch. Giller got a touchdown, and then GG caught the game-winning catch. Again, a phenomenal catch in the back of the end zone where GG just laid out, extended his body.
Extension.
Yes, he fully extended and caught that ball. And then Craig Peterson gets the extra point, and then they hold off, and they are Western Conference champions. I love saying it. I'm going to keep saying it all night long. The Northern Arizona Wranglers are Western Conference champions. Yeah, JP, let's wrap it up so we can get down here and celebrate.
Absolutely. Fantastic job. Congratulations once again to Wranglers Nation, Coach Les Moss, all the people who support us throughout the entire season. We couldn't do it without your support. Once again, tonight's final score from the Footprint Center in Phoenix. The Wranglers getting the victory here tonight in the Western Conference Championship game, 52-51 over the Arizona Rattlers. We will talk to you 2 weeks from tonight from the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada for the IFL Dollar Loan Center National Championship. Have a great night, everybody. Celebrate responsibly and go Wranglers.
Go Wranglers. You're Western Conference champions. I'm speaking a little bit too ahead of myself. Let me calm down, folks. Let me calm down. You're Western Conference champions.
Everybody have a fantastic night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you again very soon.
Good night.